What changes SMA? Well, if you make a
Yes.
deposit, remember your debit
Yes.
balance goes down and your equity goes up. So that could affect the SMA. But almost always, the only exception, here's what I would just tell you, just Gain, and this is a test prep vendor thing, not a secure real test. The only time that you get an SMA entry that isn't a function of mark to market, got to get past your high water mark. The only time that's not true is when you sell securities in a restricted account. A restricted margin account is an account that is below 50% equity. And so when you're below 50% and you sell securities, if you don't tell me any differently as a margin clerk, I'm paying down your loan. You would not know you're restricted unless you ask for a check, because if you don't ask for a check, I'm just going to pay down the loan. But if you sell, let's say you sell $5,000 worth of securities and your account is restricted, and you say you want a check. I said, well, just Kane, I said, did I tell you you're restricted? And you said, no, you never did. I said, well, it didn't matter till just now. What's kicking off this conversation is you're below 50% and you want to withdraw proceeds. The restriction on your account is of the $5,000, you can only have half, $2,500. You got to leave the other $2,500 in to pay down the loan. Now, I would prefer, Kane, that you leave the money in the account. So I'm going to make you a deal. If you will leave the entire $5,000 in your account, I will credit your SMA for the half you could have had and chose not to. That, Kane, is the only time I'm going to make a direct entry into your SMA. Now, as I told you in my channel search bar, if you put SMA in there, you will find all kinds of people like yourself who recalculate the account and tell me the SMA is 1,000, for example, not realizing that I'm going to credit you for $2,500. And so, do I think you're going to see anything like that on your test? I do not. Do I think you're going to see that in a test prep vendor question? Perhaps.